His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
Keller Sutherland is a first grade teacher, and she had a bad day recently. The kind that makes you question your purpose. I'm sure you know exactly how she was feeling. She grabbed some crackers from a vending machine, canceled a meeting, and decided to head home early and just call it a day. She called her husband to vent a little bit, and while on the phone with her husband, she sees a little boy riding his bike on a busy road surrounded by traffic. And she told her son, I'm going to find out what's going on. Something is not right here. And then she pulled up next to the boy, realized she knew who she was. He was a former student. She had him last year. She pulled over and asked 7-year-old Cameron what was going on. And he eventually told her that his dad was sick and that he was trying to get to his grandpa's home because his dad was having this medical emergency.
My dad got sick, and I went to get help at the neighbors, and neither of the neighbors were home. So I got on my bike and tried to go to my grandma's, but my teacher showed up and she saw me.
I truly care for these kids, and just to see on a day that I felt like I wasn't making an impact, and then God just intervened and placed me, where I needed to be in that moment for Cameron. And I don't know, Cameron was so calm and brave in that moment, and I don't want to say it was because of me, but I was just thankful God placed me there and had a familiar face for Cameron, because in that moment I think he needed it. I felt like he felt helpless, and the only way he could get help was drive 5 miles to Grandma's house, and and then here I was to help him.
Turns out Cameron's dad has diabetes and he was unconscious. And Cameron had tried to call for help on the cell phone, but he couldn't figure out how to get it unlocked. So that's when he jumped on his bike and just started doing the next best thing. Well, when the teacher came to him and started helping him, finding out what was going on, they called 911. Cameron was able to guide the medics to his home. And remember I mentioned the crackers that Mrs. Sutherland had bought from the vending machine before she left school? Well, that's what medics used to help Cameron's dad come to and normalize his blood sugars.
The crackers that she got out of the machine. That's all God, every step of the way.
Isn't that crazy?
God can even use crackers.
And a bad day. It was meant for bad. God turned around for good, and she got those crackers, and the paramedics used them.
I know.
She must have went back to the house with them.
Yes, she did.
That's amazing.
She did, and she was just reminded that, she's here for a reason. Bad days are still going to happen, but you're there for a reason.